I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. This is where I talk about twin flame process. We're going to have a reading today for July 2022. Excuse me. So as always, this is channeled through me, Pleiadian energy. Twin flame. It's about twin flame process. It's around the energy of July. July is going to be a really good month, they're saying. A lot of hope and bright prospects. They're showing me the sun. Excuse me. I've got a bit of hay fever. They're showing me the sun card in my head. So it's a very good month. It's good energy. Oh, got a card jumping out. I'll have a look at that in a minute. And hot month. I mean, it might be hot where you are because it is July, but it's like a hot spot, they're saying. So the energy really, really good. Fun times, good times, having fun, enjoying life. That's what the focus is for this month. Okay, not worrying, not fearing, not stressing. Don't get caught up in the dramas that are going on in the mainstream. There's always dramas going on. There's always a lot of polarization, political agenda, people trying to pull each other onto their side, kind of a thing going on. So it was that one that jumped out. We're not looking at them all. So just, unless of course you can get involved in that and like feel really great about it, and own yourself in that maelstrom of like all that stuff swishing around in thought consciousness, then maybe that is good for you. Who's to say? But don't let it pull you down, basically. Don't let it bog you down, and don't let it make you feel like anything is irretrievable, because nothing is set in stone. People's opinions just opinions. It's just energy. It's not like things can change. I know things can change, they're saying. Things that have changed can change again. So nothing is the end of anything, It always is a push and pull, dark to light, light to dark of what is going on. So just remember that, basically. Don't get disheartened, don't get pulled down. Oh, look. So we've got Judgment coming out. That's the one that jumped out. That's Destiny. Destiny on the horizon, they just said. So what is your destiny? Well, it's whatever happens next, basically. So everything is destiny in that case. But then there's something, this is major arcana, right? So some things are bigger points of destiny than others. It's your destiny to get up in the morning and have a cup of coffee, if that's what you do. But that's not huge, is it? That's not like, maybe it is life-changing. I don't know, maybe it does change your life every day to do that. What I'm trying to say is this is big news. So that's what we've got. And this is 22, and that's this year. So with this, like, they started talking about don't give up, because I feel like it's just, we're halfway. This month is where we're halfway through the year, basically. And I think what happens is with these years, that when we come into them with a really strong sense of like purpose and feeling good, and this is going to be the year, there's that kind of like, this is going to be the year for me, this is the year it's going to happen, this is the year I'm going to meet my destiny, like the big moment of destiny. And then as it gets further through the year and that hasn't happened, maybe, or it seems like it's like, oh, well, is it going to happen? Is it still out there? It's kind of over now, isn't it? There's a lot of that energy at the beginning of July. It's like, oh, we're halfway through the year. So, it's like maybe something hasn't happened that you're expecting to be happening, that kind of stuff. But the year is not over yet, is what they're saying. Every year, oh God, every year is a rollover year, right? So that's like, they say every weekend is a rollover weekend in terms of like you're meeting your destiny. The thing is with twin flame process, the destiny that is there, this being with the twin flame, being with the person in the physical dimension, is that destiny, basically. So don't lose hope, Just because it hasn't turned up yet doesn't mean it's not turning up this year, basically. So maybe it's this month is your rollover month. The energy has to be don't give up hope, right? Hope, energy of hope, that's the sun they were saying. It's like just continue feeling good and feeling like anything is possible for you and that the potentials are in your favor, you know. Potentially, the energy potentially is going to bring you what you want this month, right? So there's no reason to like shut yourself off to any eventuality through how you feel. You have to stay loose it within your mainframe, they're saying, which is like stay loose with the resistance, because there is resistance in the twin flame process. So just try not to get wrapped up in the resistance where you're going to feel like, what goes through the mind when you're really in resistance is like, things are never going to change for me. What was the point of all this? Why am I here? This kind of stuff, like it's insufferable. So that is resistance. If you're feeling that coming through, you just acknowledge, oh, that's resistance. That's actually part of the process. That's masculine energy. That's what resistance is. It comes through the mind. It will come through the mind. And then kind of pull away from it, like you're pulling out, like you're going into a wider view of it, like with a lens of a camera, like you're pulling into a wide field of vision on that resistance, and that is the letting go of it. So it's finding the broader perspective on it. So rather than being, whatever you need to do to like physically acknowledge that place inside of yourself as well where the tension is held. Might be the belly, might be the center of the gut, feels like it's in a tight knot. It might be the throat. It might be in the chest. You might be all tight and like feeling like, you're not breathing. So deep breathing. The same warm drinks are good, like a warm cup of tea or whatever, to like soothe, the inside of you and that kind of stuff, if that makes sense. So it's not over there, basically. That's why it's 2-2 there in judgment. Things aren't over, so don't give up because it's July and start to feel like, oh, that's the year is over. Because you know what it is, you get to July and start like, whoa, it's gonna be the December holidays in a minute, right? So, but it's not a minute, it's quite a while actually. All right, I don't think I split these cards, so I'm just going to do that. Let's see what else for July. And essentially, energetically, everything is the same. So there aren't any months energetically. It's all the same day. Everything is the same day. So today it's just one long day. There isn't, energetically, there's no break in anything. So there's not really any signification from moving from June to July in that respect. Okay. Two of Pentacles, so that's two people, physical dimension. We got it from one to the other, so that's what you receive from the one that you connected to, that's coming through the energy. So we've got that rainbow there, so you connected through that vibration. So receiving, always receiving in twin flame process from the other, receiving through mental aspect, through emotional aspect, and also through physical aspect. So that's why they talk about the physical resistance, feeling it in your physical body, because that resistance will show up in the physical body as sensations in the physical body, as well as resistance in the mind, which is just feeling confused, angry, loss of hope, all that kind of stuff in the mind. A sense of feeling like you want to just throw it all, give it up and that kind of stuff. And emotionally, of course, so feelings of sadness and feelings of loss and feelings of hopelessness. So it can show up in all different ways inside yourself. So just acknowledging that that's what twin flame is, really. It's everything, and it's everything about you. It's how you feel. It's even how you look, carrying a few extra pounds. That's also twin flame process, because you're in a process, and the process is of giving birth to something in the physical. So really representative of looking like you're pregnant for the feminines that are moving along, and those are men and women going through that. So just be aware of that as well, where it's going to show up. and then not going into resistance about the resistance, like they said. So acknowledging that, okay, I'm going through process. That's why I've put on a few extra pounds. And then you don't have to get all like, stressed out about how do I lose the extra pounds? Because the extra pounds will fall off when you finish the process. And really that's how it is. So, sometimes it's like, it's not going to make any difference how many star jumps you do. Or, of course, star jumps are good. They're always good. But sometimes it won't affect the weight that you're carrying. So just to know that, really. Let's get another one out. Wounded warrior, 9 of wands, so energetically carrying the masculine to full term, basically. 9 as well, 9 months, right? So he's inside of you for 9 months, basically. He or she. Like ages ago, they said to me 9 moons, right? So it's like the 9 months of the pregnancy. But this is an energetic process, so it doesn't always correspond to a 9-month process. It's just the symbolism of it, basically, carrying the masculine energy inside of you until you birth it into the present moment, basically. So the present moment is always the focus. Let's go on another one. Vibration of the feminine, so that's the Queen of Wands, that's vibration of the feminine. And the creation, she's number 3, so what you're creating through your own vibration is the birth of the masculine into the physical, and that is your process. And again, so that's what every month is about. It's what every moment is about. It's why you go through what you go through. It's why every time you feel something or think something or go through something physical, either in the physical dimension or corresponding to your physical body, it's all about that. There isn't anything outside of that, everything. That it's all about creation and vibration, the process you go through. So that everything's going to be reflected in the creation of that vibration that you're going through, both in the physical, in how you think and what you think about, which is all guided, and in how you feel and how you feel and how you feel, which is also guided. They're always guiding you to a feeling better spot, and that just means letting go of the resistance. So just knowing that as well, acknowledging that, taking that to heart. They want the best for you. So the non-physical that's guiding us through this process wants the best for us. It's never about, trying to do you harm or do you damage or anything like that. It's always about getting you to a better place. But you're in a human vehicle. You're going through a human experience. So you aren't purely vibration, which is why sometimes it seems very difficult to be at one with that vibrational self that just wants to feel good all the time. So that's just how it is. It's just, there's not much you can do about that apart from let go, right? And have a nap, basically. Go to bed early, things like that, 3 of Swords, pain, and also number 3, so it's creation through pain, and that's mind and heart. So it's creation through the pain that comes through the emotions and through the mentality and also the physicality. So even things like banging your elbow on the corner of a table, stubbing your toe. Pain is necessary in this process. Pain is a wake-up call. So sometimes the pain you experience in your physical dimension is part of the wake-up experience for the one that you're connected to. So it's giving them a jolt into bring them into action. So to take action, it's giving them a jolt to take action. And it's also about resistance, of course. So their resistance will come through in terms of pain, but there's a meaning for everything, none of it is random, basically. And then in the middle, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is the movement of vibration. So it's a continual movement that's going on, basically. The energy is continually moving. Nothing is ever stagnant. Things might seem stagnant in the physical world, like nothing's happening here, but energetically things are always moving. So that's not the case. If you think like just because the scenery is not changing around you doesn't mean that you're not going anywhere, basically. Let's get the next one out. The moon. So we've got a moon coming up, and this is in the place of what's coming in here, and I think that must be around the 13th. I don't know exactly. I think it's in, was the last one Scorpio? Yeah. So it's got to, oh, was it? Or was it Sagittarius? Um, Sagittarius or Scorpio? I remember a Scorpio. I'm not sure if it was last. I don't remember a Sagittarius. Do I remember a Sagittarius moon coming in? Higher consciousness. Sagittarius is about higher consciousness. Let's have a look. Connection in the physical, Eight of Pentacles. So your vibration here, Queen of Wands, creation through the vibration of you, the movement of the energy of bringing it into the physical, and again the physical connection. So however heavy you feel, and however you feel like my life's not moving, basically, it's because something is on its way through your vibration, that's on its way through your vibration into the physical. So that's what twin flame process is. It's a process of birthing something into the physical, a relationship, basically, another person, somebody you're going to meet, somebody that's going to come back to you, either, both, could be both. Things turn up in multiples sometimes. Let's get another one out here. Four of Swords, which is resting the mind and not worrying and taking it easy. And we've got this opposite, the masculine energy, ending their process, coming through vibration, resting the mind. So this is what you're guided to do, basically, this month in regard to the masculine energy. So again, it's always letting go. It's just not worrying about things, you know. Don't take things personally, like, oh, this is a life I've got and I don't like this life and it's not what I wanted it to be. All that is taking it personally, because it's not a personal experience. What you're going through is an energetic experience. It's what you came here for. You're not going to be here forever doing it. You will go back to where you come from, and where you come from is where you truly exist. And when you go back to where you truly exist, it's going to seem very, very different than how you're experiencing it right now. So just know that as well. Maybe take that on board and then just take the weight off and put your feet up and try and relax, because relaxation is exactly where you should be, in a place of relaxation. And, you know, sometimes you're going to be guided into not doing anything all day. So you might get up in the morning and you might have a long list of things to do. You might have what you feel like are a lot of tasks that you need to be getting on with. And then you might find yourself just sitting there all day and doing none of them. And if that is the case, then that is exactly how you're meant to be, because sometimes you're not meant to be doing anything, and you're not meant to be in action, and you're not meant to be rushing around, and you're not meant to be stressing out, and you're not meant to be pushing. And on other days, you'll be guided to push and get on with things. Again, a bit like a birth, because with birth, it's like you push for a certain amount of time, and then you have to stop pushing. And then you're guided to push again. You stop pushing. So it's exactly like that. Your physical life will represent the process of birthing another human being. So let's go here. Three of Wands, created through vibration. And again, and what is on the horizon in vibration. So we've got two people. We've got the movement of energy. And then we've got here, created through that movement of energy. And on the horizon, and what's due to come in, and that's there. So Ace of Wands underneath, which is point of attraction, which should always be the focus. And particularly, it feels like this month, focus on your feeling good and you're getting out of your own way, basically. So if you think of your feeling bad is being in your own way, and then feeling good is getting out of that way. So do whatever it takes for you to feel good. So what is it that you enjoy doing? Do more of it. What is it that you don't enjoy doing particularly? Then don't do any of it. Don't put the cart before the horse, right? You've got to lead with a feeling good. So sometimes you have to going to be guided to put everything aside and pick up something that seems like it's frivolous to your daily life, and just get on with doing something that's just for fun and for feeling good, basically, is what they're saying. So, and however much of that is you're needing feeling good, is however much feeling good will be created in your life through other things. So, you know, there's a lot that comes in on this journey that's not just about the person, it's about the creation of the feeling good. And that's all destiny as well. So you might have another destined point coming in this month that's about your feeling good, that's bringing you more feeling good. So it turns out with me, I'm getting a puppy at the end of the month, which is really interesting. Well, it's just, it's spot on because she's arriving at my house on the 30th. So, and she's she's my family, basically. This is my family coming. And she's my destiny. And so that is part of my destiny that's coming this month. So just look at, and that's about my feeling good. So when she comes, it means I'm going to be feeling good all the time because I won't have a minute to not feel good because she's going to just take over. It's like having a baby, right? So just know that whatever comes into your life is also part of your journey in whatever way. Okay, and that's all about you feeling better. Right, let's get one more out on all of these. Knight of Wands. Oh, look, King of Swords is coming out on that. So the movement of energy is bringing the voice of the masculine. So that is, again, text messages, emails, phone calls, meetings coming in, chatting to someone. Could be meeting someone out and about and chatting to them, and that's the one, this kind of stuff. Someone just showing up. Also out of the blue, because we've got the moon next to him and he's blue himself. That's out of the blue. Communications out of the blue, meeting someone out of the blue. It's a central issue, right? So that's always there on the agenda. And then underneath, point of attraction, masculine and feminine coming together, and that's major arcana as well. And this is the soul card, so this is representative of your Merkaba, of your soul vehicle. If you're twin flame, your soul vehicle is two people connected through the energies of the masculine and feminine and emerging into the physical. That's your process and that's what you're here for. So it comes through point of attraction. And multiples of that, again, they're saying. So it's like they say you're waiting for a bus and, suddenly several come along at once. So that could be several of the opposite, several of the sex that you're interested in, or the gender identity that you're interested in, whatever we call it these days. Two of Pentacles, let's go there. Resistance. So always the resistance shows up through vibration, right? And the resistance is anything that is blocking you from your feeling good. So, and that comes from the person that you're connected to. So just acknowledge that as well. So when you're looking at yourself and what's going on with you and how you feel and why you feel like that, and you're trying to come to these conclusions, I feel like this because it could be, for example, I feel like this because this person said that and did this and acts like this, and none of that makes me feel good. So the thing is with twin flame process, if that's where you're at, right, and you're looking at that, well, they did this and now I feel like that. Or they're saying that and and I don't like the way I feel now. Or they're confusing me. There's like unclarity. They do one thing, they say another, and now I'm confused, and that doesn't feel good. And I don't feel, but it's all about them and what you're putting on them that makes you not feel good. Well, the process of twin flame, the twin flame process, is where you eventually arrive at a place where you feel good on your own, by yourself, not because of anybody else at all. So it's the letting go of how that person makes you feel that gives you the outcome of the twin flame process. So just be aware of that. And it's like having things on a to-do list. If you have that at the top of the to-do list, that you just acknowledge that, okay, so you can say, okay, well, no wonder I feel confused, because it's not about what they've said or they've done or how they make me feel. It's about me getting to a place where I actually don't care about what anybody's said and done, and it's not going to affect how I feel at all. Because the lesson of the twin flame is that you end up in a position where nothing is ever going to affect your feeling good. Nothing, nobody, nothing that's out there. Not a stain on the wall or a bill on the doormat or a phone call from a used car salesman or whatever is going to affect your feeling good. So all of everything that shows up in your physical life, is particularly from your twin flame in the early stages, is going to be about you releasing yourself from the paradigm of having anything show up in your physical life that is for you feeling good. It's the exact opposite of all of that. So the resistance is always in the connection. It's always about the connection. It's always what comes from the connection. But it's about how you view the connection, not about the connection itself, right? Not in the physical. That's physical in the Two of Pentacles. So the resistance is about how you view the connection and how you connect with the connection and how you connect with the process that you're going through, essentially. Energy of clarity in that man, you see, or the masculine, basically. The energy of clarity cuts like a knife, King of Swords. So the clarity that you're looking for has to come from you finding clarity inside of yourself. So what shows up in the person, or in the right person, or in the person that comes along in the twin flame, comes from your clarity inside yourself. Clarity is a cutting of cords. It's a complete let go of anything that would make you feel worried, ashamed, confused, or in resistance. So it's clearness, it's clarity of intention, of purpose, clarity of thought, mental clarity, emotional clarity. It's least resistance, right? Because clarity is an energy of nothingness, it's emptiness, it's void, 0 point, where nothing's going on, no mind, you know. And from that point, creating going forward through that clarity, through the divine inspiration, which is where you create through your feeling good with a visualization of something that it is that you want. That's what clarity. Once you've got the clarity of no resistance going on, and you've got the pure clarity of intention and visualization and feeling good, then you're going to create from that point your point of attraction moving forward without a shadow of a doubt. So that's what it's about. You see, the halfway point in this process is about that clarity, really. So before it's even about a person, it's about the feeling and it's about the intention of not just a person, but everything else that you want. And what does everybody want, really? Everybody wants a happy life, don't they? Otherwise, what did we come here for? So that's the answer to what you're here for. It's not a person, it's a happy life. And it's choosing to be happy in the moment that gives you a happy life. It isn't anything else. Because you can have all those things. You see people with all those things that you think are going to make you happy. They're not happy. They're no happier than people without them. So we know that that doesn't work it out. It's the happiness in the moment, you know, when you could have nothing but you're happy, that's going to bring you everything that comes from that happiness. But once you've learned to be happy with nothing, you're never going to be unhappy with all the things. You're just going to have more happiness on top of happiness on top of happiness. But you've got to first of all learn to be happy with nothing before you're happy with things. Otherwise, you will never learn to be happy at all. Okay, because you'll always be wanting something else. It'll be like, well, now that I need something else to make me happy. Now I need something else to make me happy. Now I need something else to make me happy. Because you won't have learned to be happy with nothing. So that's what the process is about as well. And in that, there's absolutely no resistance. There's just laughter and joy. Because you're not needing anything is so happy. Because what could be happier than not needing anything at all? It means that you don't have to have anything to be happy. Right? So it's a let go. It's complete and utter let go. It's just the feeling of like, oh, relief. I don't need anything. I can just be happy. Right? So that's where they're getting you, your guides. 3 of Wands on the horizon. Queen of Pentacles, physical you. The physical you. And on the horizon and the birth in the 3, coming through the physical body of the feminine. So where's the last place you're going to end up on this journey of twin? You're going to end up back in your physical body. So you get taken away from it all. You get unravelled. So you unravel the physical, the mental, the emotional, everything that's human. Until you unravel the vibration and you're in a vibrational accuracy of oneness, of point of attraction, of happiness, of the let go, of the release, right? And then from there, back into the physical, back into your physical body to be ready to be receiving what's coming to you in the physical. Through the creation, she's a 3, creation in your physical body. So that, my friends, is where you are going to end up looking a little bit like I look right now, which is like an elephant, a pregnant elephant. So because it's going to be birthing through the physical. So you might put on weight, like we said. Queen of Wands over here. Let's go on that. So it just makes me laugh because they're making me laugh about the size. Right. Page of Swords is the message coming through, right? Coming through on the vibration. So it literally is, how many times can we say it's a place of least resistance? It's like the release of anything mental and emotional whilst you're in your physical body. So that's also where you're going to end up, basically, because that's vibrational accuracy. But it's whilst you're alive in a physical body. So you might even feel it like you're being pulled, like bits of you are being pulled away from you, like your ability to think is just, there's just nothing going on. You could find yourself merely saying to yourself, I can't be bothered to think. I don't want to think anymore. And then feeling, and not really feeling either way, one way or another, about anything. It might be, I just don't want to feel anything anymore. I just really can't feel anymore. I seem to have spent an inordinate amount of years feeling things, and in my head I'm working out the feelings, right? And all that desists, stops, goes, ends. So all you're left is with the vibration of you and the physical you, right? So there's clarity there in what's coming through again in the message, Page of Swords, through masculine energy movement, mastery of that. It's vibrational, you see. So why would there be anything going on in your emotions or your mentality once this is about to manifest into the physical through vocabulary? There wouldn't be anything going on because there wouldn't be anything opposing what's about to come through in terms of the communication. Because anything going on inside of you that is a negative or a resistance, either emotionally or mentally, as opposed to the communication coming through, because it's unclarity. It's not a, just think about somebody being on the line so that someone else can't make the call. It's like that. If you're on the line already, thinking, feeling about what you're thinking about, feeling and thinking and feeling, you've got the lines blocked. So how can anything come through? How can the other person ring you and get through when the line is blocked with you? See, so that's basically getting a message through, is your release of all of those things. It's there. Three of Swords, mental and emotional. Let's go here. Connection in the physical. Transformation. So again, that's transformation, which is clears things, clears the lines, frees the tubes, blows air through the tubes. Something like that, right? So that's what we've got going on there to bring the connection in the physical. So it's transforming through you. So your vibrational you requires nothing to do. It's like, people, when they talk about spirituality, right, and they think spirituality is talking about spirituality all the time, don't they? They think it's like, oh, we've got to talk about this now, and now we've got to talk about this, and then we've got to talk about this. And that's, whenever you've got anything like that, that's all ego. Because ego wants to come to terms with things through the mind. But spirituality is vibration, so it's of no mind. So it's not coming to terms with things through the mind. It's not justifying through the mind why I feel like this over and over again. It's just the purity and the clarity of I know I've felt certain things. You could be like that, yeah. There's been certain things I've felt. I'm well aware of the things that I've ever felt. I feel no need to talk about inside myself the things that I've felt ever again. Because we came to terms with all of that, so there's nothing there to go over. And in that, right, is starting again energy. So once you finish inside yourself, we're coming to terms with what was and what you haven't had, and how you've dealt with what you wanted that you didn't get. Once you've come to terms with that and you stop going on about it inside yourself, then you clear the lines to what's coming through in the birth of the new. So it's transforming through self what you bring to yourself in the physical, basically. Which is this person here, right? Talking, speaking. And there's not even any necessity to be trying to work out inside of yourself, who is it? Is it them from before, or is it a different person altogether? Because there's no need to be doing that, because that is not what it's all about. It could be them from before, and it could be them over there, and them over there, and another one over there. Because once you're in the pure potential of bringing whatever it is that you want, you're going to bring a lot of what it is that you want. So all the offers are on the table, right? Basically, the offers start coming in. Just like if you're applying for a job and you're in the right place vibrationally, you get several job offers at once. That kind of stuff. Anyway, Three of Swords. And what's left behind, the Five of Cups, so it's the love that you can't see. It's just behind the closed door. It's like that old, I don't know whether they say that, I get this visual of this old TV show, game show. There's something behind a closed door. I don't even know what it's called. Or something in the box, and you've got to you don't know which box it's in, basically. So it's the same thing, right? It's just the love that's been kept at bay, basically, by your feelings. Because look at that person feeling in the Cups card, right? And the change of feeling. So it's not the change of feeling about anyone. It's a change of feeling. It's a change of feeling. It's from a feeling bad to a feeling good that you go, right? And that's the solution to everything. And that's the creation. And then you let go, and you will let go. It's an automatic let go, because once you finish clearing it, you let go of it. And then it comes forth again back into the physical, out of the blue, in the moon, out of the blue. Communication, Ace of Swords, brand new communication. And Nine of Wands there, Justice. So again, Justice. So what does that mean on the Wounded Warrior? It means the right one will come along. Or maybe two, because the Justice is duality. Maybe two. Two possibilities. Two eventualities. Two become one. You know, two of what you want. Two choices. Because when it all unravels, right, once you've unravelled the mess that's inside of you, that's the feeling bad, and you come into the feeling good, then the opportunities that you get are multiple. So maybe that's about twin flame as well, that it's multiple opportunities, you know. So anyway, the right thing coming along. Justice is also 11. It's awakening. It's just justice, harmony. Also communication. It's a sword card. Clarification. Let's go here on the Four of Swords. Oh, and we've got the Queen of Swords. So we've got the mind of the feminine, and that is resting the mind, Four of Swords. Stability in the Four. So you just, resting the mind is stability. It's not letting your thoughts get away from you. Thoughts are an energy. So for example, when you're thinking about your twin and you're trying to work anything out about your twin, and that could be, I wonder who it is, and trying to come to a conclusion about that, or thinking about the person that you think it is, all of that is resistance, basically. It's like, again, it's like blocking the lines. So you just want to not think about it. There's no need to think about it, because the answer doesn't come from the mind anyway. It's divine process. So it comes from divinity, comes from source, and it comes out of the blue when the energy is right, because that is the lesson of the twin flame process. It's about energy. It's not about mind. It's beyond mind. It's beyond ego. It's beyond thought. It can't be worked out through thought. All you're ever going to do through thought is find more unclarity and more questions upon questions upon questions, tie you up in knots, make you feel bad. Right? So the answer to everything is let go. Just let go. And look, we've got Justice and the Nine of Wands, the wounded masculine, and the movement of energy, Knight of Wands, and the masculine mind. And then we've got the resting of the mind and the Queen of Swords, the feminine mind. So creating through resting of the mind is the coming of the masculine mind out of the blue, communication. the communication and the vibration of the feminine. It's a transformation of what comes in the physical. And the pain, right, all created through the pain, but the pain clears. Because feeling that pain, experiencing that pain is just part of the process. Right? And that's moving through the mind of the masculine into what comes out of the blue in communication. So all this healing here, basically, of the mind of the emotions is exactly what's going on here in the wounded masculine through the mind of the feminine and the vibration of the feminine. So it's all coming through the feminine, right? And here in the physicality of the feminine is the resistance between the two. That resistance is the masculine. So that's just getting it right on the resistance, you see. So it's just, you could have like, what's the getting it right on the resistance? It's giving it up to God. What will be, will be. You will receive when it's time to receive. All those like, biblical ad libs about that kind of stuff, or all this, you shall receive when it's time, and it is what it is. And I know that's not biblical. It's in my Bible. Let go. The Lord will deliver, and all that kind of stuff. And then we've got the destiny, haven't we, in the judgment on the 2-2. So, and they said it at the beginning, it's not over till the fat lady sings, which is really interesting. Just because at the moment I'm a fat lady. So, and maybe you are too. So I know I'm laughing. None of this is, it's funny. We've got to have fun. But this is truth, right? So created vibrationally through the feminine physicality. And they just said twice in this reading, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Right, so, and the creating of the pain. Here, out of the blue, communication. So if everything is a rollover, right, everything is the same day, everything is a do-over, nothing is done. So there's no end to what's being done until it's done, basically. And the done isn't done till it's done. So nothing is ever over. So the energy has got to be keep moving it along, keep knowing it's moving, keep knowing it's transforming, keep knowing it's changing, even though you can't see anything on the horizon. What's on the horizon, because it's in the vibration, is coming into the physical through the feminine aspect. Let's get one more out at the end to say what's at the end of all this. We've got it there underneath in the point of attraction, the coming together of the masculine and the feminine into their true soul vehicle. So the coming together of the two, right? Let's get one more out. Masculine. King of Wands, vibration of the masculine, and that's mastery of that vibration. So we've got their Queen of Wands, creation through the feminine, messages, masculine vibration, coming out the blue, communication, and what's on the horizon into the physical environment for the feminine. So from that, look, we've got underneath, we've got the masculine and the feminine point of attraction. So it's like the two vibrations. So this vibration of the masculine is what's inside of you, feminine. It's what you're birthing, basically. You're birthing it into fruition in the physical. So you carry this person inside of you at all times. I'm just going to get one more out. There, 4 of Cups. What's out of sight again? I need one more. Separation. One more. Relationship. Heart over head, head over heart, sorry. Another 2 twos. Coming into the physical environment. So I'll leave it there. So that's this month, basically. So just being in the present moment and being at one with your vibration, basically, is where you're meant to be this month. And always look at the positive and not the negative, See everything as a positive, because everything is positive in this process. You could choose to see it one way or the other. So choose to see it as positive, no matter what is showing up. No matter how frustrating or confusing you're finding it. It's all about love. You draw to you through love. Love is feeling good. So everything comes from that feeling. So wherever you're located, it's about getting into your feeling good. So finding how you find that, first of all, where you find that, what it is to you. It's feeling good in the now moment. So just acknowledging that. And you go in and out of feeling good, obviously. So you know when you're feeling good and when you're not feeling good, right? So when you're not feeling good, you aim to feel better in whatever way you can. That's all. Simple as that. That's what changing dark to light is. Change it inside of yourself. Also the process. Okay, I'm leaving it there. Lots of love. I hope you have a really good month. If anybody wants a reading or anything like that, description box below has got all the details. Thank you. Bye.